Hello out there in YouTube land. I thought I would sneak a video in real quick. But let me make myself look beautifuler and put my crown on, okay? This is in homage to getting ready for King Charles's coronation, okay? So, I want to first say hello to my subscribers. Thank you to my new ones. Thank you for watching my videos. I really appreciate the comments and everything. And I said, you know what? I would try to say one nice thing about Meaghan each time I come on here and see what happens. Well, we're going to have to build on that because I really don't have anything. There's nothing good in the news about these two. It's always something negative. Like right now, Harry's going through a court situation with, and I don't know the details to this. Let me make sure I don't have you guys in the light. All I know is that him and Meaghan wanted to sue over the fact that she wasn't going to get security when they came to town, or however the case may be. And I heard that according to court documents, Harry said that he couldn't afford it and pay for it because he didn't have a job because he was over there in the United States. So it sounds like to me that they wanted to get security. However, they filed a lawsuit to get security to have the UK British people pay for it, tax people pay for it. Because basically, if they win the lawsuit or whatever, then doesn't that mean that they were right? They should have got security and the taxpayer should have paid for it? I don't know. I just, that's not my story. It's just, the thing is that Harry went after these people and they're just defending themselves against Harry. But my thing is that he didn't even show up. If you're going to file a lawsuit, you got to show up to the place. You have to show up and say, you know what, I'm serious about this lawsuit. He didn't even show up on Friday. So what does that tell you? Yeah, I still can't think of anything nice to say about her. Although that she is pretty, very, very gorgeous. Pretty on the outside, and that's even starting to show a little crackadoo. But very distasteful on the inside. She's making the royal coronation, his coronation, about her. And Harry doesn't have the balls. I have you might want to look up his page too. It's called Harry's Balls. He's got some great information out there. I think I posted a link referring to his page. But very insightful information. And Harry doesn't have the balls to stop his wife from sending out demands. And word on the street is that this could cause issues for Charles if, one way or another. If they decide to go, if they don't go, their demands, not having demands, and so forth. But there's something about her having a list of demands. Number one, recognizing Archie's birthday. I don't know why the palace is indulging them to constantly. The courtiers, Charles, and all them are even taking these two seriously. The invitation is as set. You are invited as a guest. You're not invited to participate. You're not. But they want these little demands so they can, and I don't know why. Because the reason why I don't understand why they want these demands is because they are not part of the royal family, because they left. Didn't they leave running from that institution? And now all of a sudden they still want to be connected. Do they want to be connected because they want to be relevant? Do they want to be connected so they can add more to their spare book, their wham book? This is what I don't understand. I don't understand how she can have a list of things that she has to have. It's almost like an actor, which she is. that goes on set and says, I want flowers over here. I want here over here. I want Archie's birthday mentioned. I want to be on the balcony. I want to wear a crown. I want to feel like I'm a part of the service. I don't want to feel like I'm not. And in the back. And if they can't come up with any of those things, then I'm not going, Harry. You selfish. Very, very selfish. She talks about, at least her camp does, the squad, talks about forgiveness and all this other stuff. But what's crazy about it is that Charles, the royal family or the royal, none of them have anything to apologize for or to feel like they are sorry for something. Meaghan should be getting down on her knees asking for forgiveness for lying to Oprah and decimating, putting a scar on Oprah's wonderful reputation. And eating away at Tyler Perry's. Here's what I see. I see a woman that is entitled, feels like she's entitled to this now that she's married her prince. And she's teaching Harry how to be a spoiled brat, gangster style. Yeah. Gangster style, like relentless. I'm not letting up. We're not going to tell them if we're going to the coronation or not because we need these things, Harry. I want them to acknowledge princess and prince because Kate and William's kids are in the coronation. Yes, they are. They're older, number one, and number two, they live there. They understand everything. You can't just go and then rehearse and then I'm going to be a part of it. No, that's fakery. That's you being fake. No one wants to see you on the balcony. No one wants to hear about how you want Archie's name blown through society. Nobody's listening to this trickery stuff. Are we? What I'm trying to understand is why these news outlets thought it was a good idea to say that the royal family snobbed the christening. Nobody snobbed that. First of all, they were invited too late. And number two, they were never going. Charles is in the middle of something. Meaghan makes everything about Meaghan, not Harry, not the kids, not no one. How can Meaghan be a part of something? Oh, let me use the kids. They didn't put them on the invitation. Now she's just being a bitch. Yep. That's exactly what she's doing. Oprah, here's to you. If your girl, Meaghan, if you invite her somewhere and she expects her kids to be there and call you up and says, I'm not coming unless you put Lilibet and Archie on the invitation, what the hell would you say to her? So when Gail asked you that stupid question that you decided to give advice on, instead of just staying out of it and saying, you know what, I don't get in no one's business. Like you lied and said, you did. You gave them advice on live national TV that if whatever they feel they should do, that's what they should do. And oh, by the way, they haven't told me anything. But what happens is if I'm Meaghan's friend, I'm Oprah. Okay, I'm gonna go over there. Hey girl, what's up with the kids? So, are you going to the coronation or not? Well, if they don't put Archie's name, they didn't even invite Archie and Lilibet. Like, we are a part of this family too, Oprah. Like, you know, what's going on over there? See what I'm saying? See the racism? See how they exclude Archie and Lilibet because they're black? Oprah. Yeah, I understand. And then they won't even let me be on the balcony. Can you believe that? I can. And then I probably won't be able to wear a tiara. No, I'm not going. If I got to be in the back, I'm not going. Because that's not mending anything. That's not being a part of anything. That's being you and putting you before everything and not thinking about nobody but yourself. That's what Oprah should have said. Well, Meaghan, why don't you put your wants aside for a second? And how about let Charles have this one since he's the king? And that, we haven't had a coronation in like decades. No one's ever seen one except Elizabeth and them. But she constantly continues to be a thorn. A thorn. And more than a thorn. Because a thorn you can get used to, I guess, and then move on. A knife. And for the life of me, Harry is okay with all this because he allows her to write these demands, tell Obi Scobie and them, and then tell us, let it leak, that all this is happening. And we supposed to say, oh, why wasn't Archie on the invitation? No. No one's going to put Archie on a wedding invitation. I want to be a part of the festivities. You should have thought about that when you called them racist. And didn't have any receipts to back that up. You heard it from a third party, and then you added your spin to it. This is how that went. Yeah, they were wondering what color the skin of Archie's going to be, whether it's going to be dark, light, or bright. Let's add that. Here you go, Meaghan, with a sticky. Just happens to be here. Let's add, what did they exactly say? Okay, I'm going to spin it this way. That there was talks and concerns around the color of Archie's skin color would be, and that would affect him from getting the prince title. Then she gives us a history lesson that when the queen passes away, she doesn't say that, but she might as well have said it. When Charles becomes king, how you know all this if you didn't know anything about the royal family? Anything. She was commenting on Kate's wedding to William, saying how she would be a rebel. She's being that. She's doing exactly what she said she was going to do, and worse. She has accomplices. How will anything blow over? How will anything calm down with Meaghan and her shenanigans? Archie's name acknowledged. Who do she think she is? This is the thing. She got married to a prince, and then she's letting him know that this is the kind of power you should have. Telling your father what you want for his coronation. After I done dissed him in several different ways, in several different outlets. Podcasts, TV, and in a book. But she wants a role. How could you, I'm Kate now. Why would you even want to face me? Because let me tell you something. I would take some time out if I was Kate and pull her to the side and tell her, don't you say nothing. You have come up into this household and you have made a mockery out of it because of your shenanigans. You lied on me. You lied on my husband. You lied on my family. And you lied on my country. I don't trust you. I don't want you around me. I don't want you around my kids. I don't even want you talking to them. Because you are a very bad influence on Harry and the rest of everybody. And contrary to popular belief, honey, your popularity is shot. And no one's looking in the mirror Then you lied. You lied about everything to make yourself look like you're the damsel in distress that needed Tyler Perry to come rescue you from your prince. Harry, how does that make you look that Tyler Perry had to fly in to, let me show you, fly in to rescue your woman? Meaghan ain't feeling that. Like the type of woman she is. You're weak. Very, very weak. She is she controls you. You can almost see the string attached to him and her. Like he doesn't do anything without her wink, without her nudge, without her approval. Someone said she running around wearing Diana's perfume. That's creepy. One of my subscribers just told me that. I read it. I said, what did you say? I said, she wearing her perfume. What is he doing? Laying right here talking about, that is disgusting. That's creepy and disgusting for you to be wearing her perfume and then him to be in love with it. Get off her boob. She is not your mama. Stop letting her breastfeed you. This is sick. But what just gets me the headlines that are at my face is those Harry and Meaghan starts trouble with the family during coronation time. Harry and Meaghan's not happy. They have these demands. Harry and Meaghan hasn't responded to if they're going or not because Archie and Lilibet is not on the invitation. Here's one of them. Harry and Meaghan may not attend because his wife might not be on the balcony with the tiara. I did a video like decades ago, and I said that is going to be the most awkward moment, no matter when it happens. If they go to the coronation or if they don't, whenever they meet back up with the family, it is going to be an awkward situation, and all eyes are going to be on her and him because of the shenanigans, because of the nasty, disgusting things that they did, Sussex squad. Nobody's jealous of them. Stop with the jealousy and stop protecting wrong. You know, I get it. I get it that some of us may come, woo, woo, woo. But what it bothers us, that it continues through her. She leaks this stupid stuff. Does she honestly think I'm going to feel sorry for her because Charles didn't put her baby them in the invitation? No, I'm still teed off at her that she thought that it was okay to put her kids, give her kids titles. She gave them kids titles without Charles's permission. You could say she pushed his hand. I don't think Charles care about them little titles that she got, obviously. And he's thinking to himself, I'm not going to punish the kids because the parents are ignorant. But the sad part about it is they won't grow up with their cousins and with none of their family members from either side. Meaghan is making sure that she cuts ties off with both sides of the family and keeping them babies in a hut. And they won't get to know their family members. Like they still in COVID or something. Who shuts their kids off like they're golden? Oh, I'm just saying. So that the rest of the but she picks strangers. Strangers. She has a new family. She has a new celebrity family in Montecito, starting with Oprah. I guess Oprah's the godmama, and Tyler Perry's the godfather. And so they're the new parents of Meaghan and Harry. Not the British, not the King Charles is no longer Harry's father. Tyler Perry has taken that step. Okay? And then Oprah is going to be the mama because she's just advised them that they should do what's best for them. They haven't told me if they're going or not, but I think that they should do what's best for their little family. No. All her other relatives, all of them, even Ashley, probably hasn't heard from Meaghan. Ashley hasn't heard from Meaghan since the docuseries. I'm just gonna be honest. And if she does, I would be shocked. I'll take it back. I'll do a whole new video on it. She uses people, and then she's done. It's gonna come out. The usury stuff. Her best friend has already said that she don't even know Meaghan. Meaghan don't even know her first name anymore as soon as she met Prince Harry. And there's a lot of them out there. But I get it. I get it. She's a public figure. You don't want to do the stuff that she did. You don't want to come out and spill her secrets. Corey. And that other one. Start with a T. They don't want to come out and they don't want to say what their kind of relationship it was and how demanding and controlling and bullyish she was. No. They're not doing what she did. That's all I'm saying. Sussex Squad. I'm talking to you guys. You always want to know why. The damage that she does is damaging to people's reputation, to their brand, to how far they'll go after she gets through crucifying them in public. Jeremy just so happened to just pump back up, get back up because no one believes her. But the second thing was she thought she was going to bring down a whole country, a whole monarchy with her lies. But it's okay for her to say that the family is doing this to her and doing that and all of this stuff. The media, they would switch stories and they have it wrote, that stupid stuff that she know about but told us she didn't know nothing about it. She knew that before I go there, life of service. The very thing that she doesn't want done to her, is the very thing that she does. But her platform is not my platform. My platform is wonderful 1,600 subscribers. I love each and every one of you. And especially those that comment and say something. I appreciate it. I'm grateful because you take the time out to listen to what I have to say. You care. Somewhat. I believe that. And I don't take that for granted. But Meaghan, my point is that she doesn't appreciate anyone in her camp, anybody that helped her out, anyone that got her to the finish line. She's a user. And then when she get through using you, then she spit you out and start talking about you in docuseries, her family. But then they don't want us to say anything. And like I said, my platform is here. She married a prince. And so when she got on the phone everywhere, and I say phone, talking about Samantha and her father and her brother and the rest of her relatives, and then switched over to Harry's family and talked about them like dogs, like just ate them up. And not only did she talk about them, she talked about when she was on tour with Harry and they almost burnt Archie up in the thing. How she couldn't wear certain clothes because of Kate and the bridesmaid dresses. The N-word wasn't as worse as what happened to me because it's worse. But then we say something. Harry's ready to silence us. Shh. Don't say nothing. No. If this powerful, and someone says she's not powerful, in a sense, can have a platform to go after people that she know is somewhat vulnerable, and I wouldn't say even vulnerable, that is minding their own business, then she can take it. She wasn't banking on Chris Rock, and she wasn't banking on the rest of them in South Park calling her soulless. That was the worst part of it all. Was looking down up in her and not seeing anything. That was ouch. I would have sued for that. But no, she can do it. She can do it. It just, and that's what gets me when they start talking about how, God, I forgot what I was going to say. How she starts talking about, how they start talking about how, why you do this. You shouldn't do that, and da 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 da. Oh, okay. And you shouldn't go around accepting it and allowing her to continue to do it. It's not right. It's just not right for this spoiled adult to run around lying, talking about she's humanitarian and that she's going to do all this stuff, but yet to do any of it. Can sit and talk and defame and do this and continue her shenanigans. She's continuously, constantly in the news and want us to know what's going on behind the scenes. No. And you got your husband, your Harry over there that don't have a brain. He's suing everybody for you. He can't sleep at night because he's too busy trying to keep you happy. That is a full-time job. When does he even have time to eat or spend time with the kids? Because I can't imagine it being anything other than about you. That's it. I should not have started my conversation off with you guys about her demands, what she wants. This Meaghan Markle woman has decided that I don't care. I want these demands or I'm not coming. She's not going. And I call her coward. Because either she doesn't want to face the heat. Because I know she's not rushing over there to try to get over there. She got the titles now. She ain't got to go over there and be nice. Charles them are waiting on an answer from these two. But once again, it's about Meaghan. You know good and well, everybody knows out there that we would not be having this conversation. Is Harry going to be at the coronation if he hadn't married this woman? She has been a issue, thorn, problem, everything that is not good to Harry. Harry is in a constant mode of maybe this will be the time that I please her. Hell no. You missed the mark a long time ago when you started allowing her to take control. And the jacked up part about it is that Harry has always had the control until now. When she put you on that plane, that was it. When he was agreeing to this plan of hers, that was it. And the only last step she needed to do, and she was going to do this anyway because she was never staying at that Frogmore cottage. Like the journalist said today, it was too small, too tiny. Even Oprah said it. He said that, Oprah. The journalist said that about you, that you snobbed it. We don't need me to come out here and say this stuff. And I know sometimes I might be repeating myself. But I don't need to be an awareness about that. Everybody is seeing who she is now. And I could stop my channel at any time. And we would go on. And I could flip back on in a week and be like, oh, there she go. No, it's a really, it would be nice at some point to start changing the narrative. I thought I would be doing that by now. I thought I would be saying, "Oh, guess what, y'all? She didn't contacted the dad. Hmm They supposed to be meeting up, her and her dad, and figuring out how they can work this out so he can meet the kids." Mm-mm. She's got a list for Charles, Harry's dad, not her dad. She's done with him. She's got a list for Charles. I would tell her, you take that list and do something else with it. Because you either get on the plane and come over here and act like two little good, little dumb and dumber. Get over here and sit down and I'm going to put you where I put you. Because she owes King Charles an apology. And so does Harry. And so and then I'm ending with this. Here's the thing. You have it where you have two people that have lied on the royal family for several years about it being racist. Then Tom asks Harry, remember when we were in Africa? Remember you were on the Oprah show and you mentioned that your family was racist? And he said, "Oh no." But weeks before, he picked up an award on that. Is that just going? If we just gonna sweep that under the rug and pretend like that didn't happen? Don't she owe the king an apology for starting that insinuation and then turns around and gives the babies the titles? Did she thank the king in People magazine while they were saying the story? Or was they telling the story on behalf? Ain't no thank you. I appreciate it. Let me tell you something. And I'm gone. I went to the King thing yesterday, the Disney thing. It was a mess. We bought tickets and something happened. Like the tickets didn't exist, Ticketmaster. And so everything was going wrong. But at the American Airlines Center, you had these wonderful, wonderful women. And they were just wonderful women, black and white, but it was mostly black women. They took care of me. They held my hand. They walked me to the box office. They gave me new tickets right where I was going to sit. And I was so grateful because I thought we were going to miss it and all that I got emotional. And so, why would you get emotional about that? I appreciated it because it could have went a lot worse. Meaghan just continues to take and take and take and take and take and take. She doesn't give up herself, her heart. There's nothing there. She doesn't give a thank you to those around her. And if she do, it's fake because she feel like they supposed to do it. How is that a friend? That you always got to be praising them and, "Oh, you're wonderful." And the Duchess of Sussex. I wonder is her friends calling her the Duchess of Sussex. I'm going to end with that. The Duchess. Can you imagine? I bet them kids is. "Hi, Mommy, Duchess of Sussex." And in a minute, she probably going to be walking around with a crown. This girl, it's something wrong with her. And I do believe she needs therapy. And I'm not trying to diagnose her, but she's not a very likable person. And I feel like my videos give my viewers a very in-depth look into someone that is mean, nasty, inside, that only thinks about themselves. If it's nothing in it for Meaghan, it's not going down. How is any of this benefiting me on everything she does? She's strategic and she knows what she's doing.